Chapter 1: The Start. Munich, November 8, 1923. A terrible force grows in strength. With radical far-right views, the political party formerly known as the National Socialist German Workers' Party, Nationalsozialistische Deutsche Arbeiterpartei, or NSDA, pled championed the Nazi ideology. It was racist, nationalist, anti-democratic, anti-Marxist, and it was violently anti-Semitic. Adolf Hitler quickly aligned himself as its leader. Started as a beer keller talking shop, the Nazi Party was winning favor with the German population and grew significantly during 1921 and 1922, appealing to unemployed young men, and a backlash against socialist and liberal politics in Bavaria. As Germany's economic problems deepened and the weakness of the Weimar regime became apparent due to the Treaty of Versailles. On the night of November 8, 1923, the Nazis used a patriotic rally in a Munich beer hall to launch an attempted coup d'état. This so-called beer hall putsch attempt failed almost at once when the local Reichswehr commanders refused to support it. On the morning of November 9, 1923, the Nazis staged a march of around 2,000 supporters through Munich in an attempt to rally support. Troops opened fire and 16 Nazis were killed. The Nazi Party was banned. Hitler, Ludendorff, and a number of others were arrested and tried for treason in March 1924. Hitler and his associates were given very lenient prison sentences. While in prison, Hitler wrote his semi-autobiographical political manifesto Mein Kampf, My Struggle. After his release from prison on December 20, 1924, Hitler convinced the Bavarian authorities to lift the ban on the NSDAP, and the party was formally refounded on February 26, 1925, with Hitler as its undisputed leader. Rising to power in 1933, the Reichstag adopted the Enabling Act of 1933, giving them expanded authority. President Paul von Hindenburg had already appointed Hitler as Chancellor on January 30, 1933, after a series of parliamentary elections and associated backroom intrigues. The Enabling Act, when used ruthlessly and with authority, virtually assured that Hitler could thereafter constitutionally exercise dictatorial power without legal objection. With all the power he needed, Hitler looked for ways to capitalize on it and instantiate his Third Reich. One such way was to acquire a military advantage. At the same time, a group seeking knowledge lost to modern society, the Ahnenerbe, was a division of 50 different science and historical scholars. On the brink of important discoveries and innovations in many areas of science and mystical arts, the Ahnenerbe attracted the attention of Horde. Horde used Anansi to infiltrate the Ahnenerbe. Through subtle assistance, Horde guaranteed the success of the discoveries and innovations. Anansi grew in power within the Ahnenerbe. Their message and ideology spread. Not always in accordance with Nazi ideals, the Ahnenerbe soon moved to the fringes, close enough to be seen but far enough so that no one knew the strength they were acquiring. Wonder Weapon, or Wunderwaffe, was the term assigned during World War II by Nazi Germany's propaganda ministry to the development of revolutionary superweapons. Most of these weapons, however, remained prototypes, which either never reached the combat theater, or if they did, were too late, or in too insignificant numbers to have had a military effect. One such Wunderwaffe was Die Glock, the bell. Die Glock was alleged to enable technologies such as anti-gravity and free energy. Such technologies would have given the Nazis unbelievable power, more than they perhaps could even conceive. Such technologies would finally give Horde access to anywhere, and any time.